And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that brief reprieve from StarCraft, because we have returned with the WTL Winter 2023 Qualifiers Day number 1. And we are jumping in mid-series into a matchup between Mystery Gaming and CSO Blacer. Oh, let's go, Papi. Let's go, as we are diving on into this best of 7. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Press Farm, we have the Polish Protoss player representing Team CSO Blacer. It is Krystianer. And I do have to update some things very quickly. Un momento. There we go. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Terran player representing Mystery Gaming. It is Bunny. Now, I do apologize, as, oh my god, we're going for an eBay block across the map. So we are jumping in mid-series. We missed out on Ragnarok versus Milky Cow. Ragnarok did take the series 2-0 versus Milky Cow. And we missed out on game 1 versus Krystianer and Bunny, where Bunny took down Krystianer 1-0 as well. So again, these are best of 2s being thrown around here. Best of 2s between all these players, as I'm quickly just sorting out the logo as well. As I wasn't quite... we had very little time to prepare. Very little time. But for those that are curious, this is a union between two teams. CSO Esports and Team Blacer, they have joined forces to compete in WTL. They have come together as one, but they are up against one of the favorite teams. They're up against Mystery Gaming, and Mystery Gaming, they are one of the favorites to make it all the way in. They have some big names. I just mentioned one of them. They have Ragnarok, they also have Bunny, and they have many others. So best of luck here to CSO Blacer Titans. Best of luck. For now, though, we did see Bunny force the natural out of Krystianer with that eBay block. He also went for a Rax Expand, so a very economic opener out of a Korean Terran player. And the Reaper does dip on in, looking to disrupt the economy here of Krystianer. Get a scout off, looking at the vision of that Reaper. Bunny was not able to see the tech. It is going to be a Stargate opener out of Krystianer, not a Twilight Council. My brain is just like, I'm still just processing what happened with Dark and Maru. I'm still just processing, piecing it all together. Oh, and also as we get into this, a massive shout out as well to some gifted subs in the chat. Shiva Blaster gifting us up to Gnome Chomsy. Thank you so much. We appreciate the gifted subs. Gracias, papi, gracias. Do always appreciate the support. Always. As, yeah, we are just getting into this game. Again, we did force Krystianer to take a really awkward base, and that is going to leave him a little bit vulnerable to the aggression of Bunny. We do see the initial Reaper and Hellion dipping on in, getting eyes on this, getting eyes on the transition as well. Oracle is revealed, as well as the Twilight Council and additional gateways. So basically, Bunny knows that it's not a Phoenix Colossus opener. It's there isn't going to be any splash damage at all. It's going to be Oracles into, I imagine, Blink Stalkers, maybe even Charged Lots. As Bunny is preparing at home with a bit of a 2-1-1 setup, soon to be 3-1-1, I'm sure. Just getting saturated on his 2 bases. Widowmine drop is soon to be upon us. And he's moving out across the map. Again, it's really great to see Bunny again. He is not the most active player anymore. He only competes part-time. I believe he does have a full-time job nowadays. So, again, we don't really get to see as much of Bunny as much as we used to, as much as we would like to. So we cherish Bunny whenever we can. We cherish him. Ah, he's beautiful. As the Widowmine drop is headed towards the main base here of Krystianer. Meanwhile, it is going to be Blink, not Charge, as a follow-up. So Krystianer just looking to gain map control. Looking for some economic damage as well. That first Oracle still hasn't been able to do too much. The drop has been revealed. And Krystianer is going to be able to react in time. Does pull away his probes. And won't lose too much. Oof. So we'll only lose 1 probe in the main. Up. And And we'll lose that second Reaper. Oh, sorry, the second Widowmine. So really nicely done here by Krystianer to be able to just fortify himself, minimize losses, and clean up the drops. Clean up the Widowmines. Meanwhile, Bunny is not done. He's going to be going for a Hellion drop into the main. Meanwhile, Krystianer is pushing out across the map. Again, with 3 gateways, he's got quite a lot of production on his side, sending everything out, which means he has very little at home to defend. Mine comes in, no reaction! Oof. 3 workers go down. The Hellion roasting probes in the main base as well. Krystianer, he's committed. He's pushing on into the natural. He's going to be looking to bust down at this depot. Sorry, this bunker even. Oh, the repair is a little bit too good. We have to focus on the SCVs instead. And Bunny will hold. Uh-oh. The armory, I believe, is not done. Thank God. Are we going to get another shot off? We will not. Widowmine is cleaned up. But Krystianer, he is hurting economically. He does have aggro vision. He can blink into the main. There's a tank waiting for him. There is that tank. And Bunny so far is holding quite well. God, that SCV is so close to the stasis trap. But it cleans up the stasis traps. Fortifying himself on these 2 bases, building up his tank count as well. Soon, momentarily, should be moving out. No third CC yet from Bunny either, which is quite interesting. Oh, as big tank shots are going to be going off. The stasis trap is revealed. It will go down as well. And now Bunny can focus on his push. As he moves out though, Krystianer, he's looking to pick off some units. He may even get a tank, but Bunny is wise to it. Does react in time. And he's going to be able to move out across the map as well. Tank's looking to get in range. Charge is completed here for Krystianer, so he can collapse on this army. But there are so many Marines. The Zealots are getting annihilated. Big disable on the Immortal as well. 1 tank will survive. Is that enough for Buddy to keep on pushing, though? Can he break this position, as we do have an overcharge? Sable does run out. Krystianer, he comes in from behind. He can focus down the Raven. He can focus down everything. As the tank will get targeted down. But Bunny is not slowing down. He does have another reinforcing tank. He wants to get more done, but yeah, Krystianer, he's going to be able to clean this up once again. Is losing and bleeding out some Stalkers, which is a little bit brutal. Oh. He is even going to lose that Raven as well. So we blink on forward for it. Bunny is forced back, and he's in a really rough position. This third base is really delayed for Bunny. It's a very late third, which means it's going to be a late orbital as well. Bunny, he did lose a lot of high-tech units for Zealots mainly. He lost 4 tanks, a Raven as well for 21 Zealots. It was a much more efficient trade for Krystianer, and Krystianer, he has a better economy. He can work on a 4th. Krystianer is looking to fight back. Is looking to fight back in this series. Couple of spotter units come in. Bunny finally taking control of his 3rd. Not too far behind with it. As Bunny moves out, Krystianer, he is about to kick in with Storm. He has a pretty terrifying army. I would even favor Krystianer in a head-to-head fight. I think Bunny would have to as well. Bunny's out on the map. He's not back at home he's not back at home to protect these tanks. Oh. He's not quite in position. 3rd base looking very exposed. Krystianer, he's going to go for a big Zealot warp into the main base. Bunny struggling to hold on to his 3rd. As we see Krystianer just collapse on this. The base itself is on fire. Tank goes down. Zealots do make their way into the main, but they don't get too much done. Ghost clean them up. Big EMPs. Oh, as Krystianer's going to try and force his way through. This is going to be a tough fight here. Storms will connect. Oh, God, but the target firing. A lot of High Templar go down. This was not the fight for Krystianer. He did well denying the third, but pushing into tanks and liberators, oh God, it was just not an efficient trade whatsoever. He loses every High Templar except for one. Only one survives. Bunny, he's looking for a fourth, trying to get a read on how ahead he is, or how behind he is. Krystianer now taking a fourth, and Bunny's going to be feeling pretty good about this. He sees that the fourth was just now thrown down, which means that Bunny's actually ahead economically right now. He has clawed his way back into this. Krystianer, he had momentum, but with that attack, that momentum has been stripped away from him. Gonna drop into the main. Up the prism. Barely survives, but not for long. It's forced into the right-hand corner of the map. Bunny is stabilizing, is getting his third base up and running, getting his economy going. And Krystianer, he has to back off and try to rebuild. Just tick up in terms of his army. He's got a second robo on the way. He's got a robotics bay for Colossi, but the Colossi are not going to hit in time. Bunny is moving out, and what does Krystianer have at home to defend? Okay, so he's got 5 High Templar. Oh my, that's a lot of High Templar. He has 5 High Templar, each with at least 1 Storm. Bunny gonna be moving out. He has plenty of ghosts here to deal with that. It's gonna come down to the spells. At the same time, Zealot Rambe is gonna distract him for a moment. Bunny, though, gonna focus on his push. Oh, big EMPs on 2 of those High Templar, but there's still 3 more. Up! Another massive EMP. Oh my God! Can we land a storm? There's 1 High Templar left. 1 left with energy. The EMPs have been insane. And he does connect with the last EMP. We will not get a storm. And that was the only thing keeping Krystianer alive. As Bunny stims on forward, breaks up the ramp. GG gets called. Bunny has too much. And Bunny will take down Krystianer 2-0. GG. GG, well played. And with that, a massive shout out to Chicken Man, El Pollo Loco, papi. Shout out to Chicken Man in the chat. Thank you so much for the raid. I mean, we had a great time. Shout out to Chicken Man again. He is one of the great minds behind KSL, behind the Korean StarCraft League, and we just wrapped up the Summer Slam, and boy did we slam. It was a great tournament, a beautiful tournament. So thank you so much for organizing that. I know you did you put in a lot of hard work to like schedule it and try to fit it in a good time for everyone and make everything work. So thank you so much, Chicken Man. We appreciate it. Quack, puppy, quack. For those that are tuning in, we were also casting the SummerSlam, but we're not done for the night. We are now going to be casting the WTL Winter Qualifiers. Qualifiers are upon us. We're covering Mystery Gaming versus CSO Blacer Titans, and with that is a 4-0 in favor of Mystery Gaming. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's it? Question mark. I'm not too certain if they play out the last series. I don't think so. Let me just double check. God damn. Just trying to sort this out and figure out what exactly is going on. But yeah, I'm not entirely certain on the formats, on whether or not that last series is going to be played out or not. I'm just trying to get some confirmation of, as to that. Otherwise, it would be Mystery Gaming moving on to face the Platinum Vultures, if that were the case. I'm just trying to figure it out. Okay, it is. Alright, so up next is going to be Strange versus Trifax in a PvZ. Oh, let's go. Let us go. So yeah, we are just going to be getting ready. And we are getting into that lobby. The first map is predetermined. It's going to be Ancient Cistern. Oh, it is going to be Ancient Cistern. And the second map is going to be Loser's Pick as well. So yeah, even if it's a 2-0 in favor of CSO Blacer, I don't think they can actually take the series in the end. I'm just letting them know. So exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourselves. Let me just post it in the chat for you guys. There you go. Is posted in the chat if you guys want to see. So we are getting into this. And a big reason as to why we are covering this series as well is because we're going to be following them into the Platinum Heroes. We'll be looking to follow one series into the other. That's our goal, at least. And a lot of matches are going on right now. I think it's like 4 or 5 series at once. And some of them are concluding. Some of them are wrapping up. And here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ancient Cistern. We have the Polish Zerg player representing CSO Blacer Titans. It is Trifax. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Red Protoss player representing Mystery Gaming, a new addition to Mystery Gaming, specifically for WTL. It is Strange. Here we go. Now again, I don't think CSO Blacer can actually make it through anymore, but they're still going to be playing out this best of 2. So again, see if we can, of course, put some points on the board. We can fight back. Is it double elimination this time? Ooh, it's pseudo double elimination. You do have to make it a little bit further in the bracket to make it to that lower portion. But I'm always happy. I'm always happy to cast some Trifax and some Strange as well. Strange has been really impressing us recently. We have had the luxury of casting him in events like OSC King of the Hill and some of these other online weekly tournaments like the Sparkling Tuna Cup. And Strange has been, yeah, despite being on a hiatus for quite some time, he's been looking damn good and damn powerful. Also, sorry, it was the other way around. There we go. Other way around. My mistake. So yeah, meanwhile, Trifax, likewise from Poland, has also been putting in a lot of work recently, has been improving as a player, hasn't had as much of a standout performance as Strange, so I would still favor Strange overall, but Trifax, again, has been a little bit more active in the online tournament scene, and as a result, it has been showing in his own results as well, doing better in the Polish scene, doing better in the Polish lands. Has been surprising a lot of us when he plays against a Laser or some of the other Polish Protoss players. Trifax is no slouch. That's no ordinary bunny. Shout out to Sloper in the chat. You're not wrong, not wrong. Shout out to the Monty Python. It's been a while since I've watched Monty Python, not gonna lie. And I don't think I've seen them all. Like, I've seen Life of Brian, and some of the others, but not all of them. Smooch. Meanwhile, back at home, Strange, oh, gonna be going for a bit of a more strange opener here, is going for a Twilight Council opener, back at home. Going for a Twilight Council first. This could be for Glaive Adepts, or it could be for something like DTs, and there we go, DTs are gonna be upon us. Can Trifax piece this together in time? Can he get a read on what's going on? The first Overlord is gonna be shooed away, forced onto that pillar. Back at the natural, we see Strange just going to be poking, testing the waters, keeping Trifax at bay. This Overlord won't be able to make it into the main base. There's no second Overlord to go into the main from behind. So Trifax is going to be in the dark. He should, upon seeing this Stalker, he should recognize that it's most likely going to be a Twilight Council opener of some kind. So we should be getting ready nonetheless. We should be seeing some safety Spore Crawlers momentarily. We should be seeing a Roach Warren at around like the 4 minute 20-ish mark. At the latest, as Strange is going for his expansion, setting up for his third. And again, this should be a tell. The fact that we haven't seen an Oracle yet, and we have a third base on the way, there it is. Roach One is thrown down at the 4 minute mark. Trifax getting ready. Now we should be seeing some safety Spore Crawlers. Even if you see that it's Glaive Adepts, it's always a wise idea to throw down Spore Crawlers because you can actually go DTs alongside Adepts as well. Here we go, the DTs are making their way across the map, and there's no detection, Papi. There's no detection, which means we're at least going to get a kill on the third. Adepts, they shade into the natural, they're distracting the Lings. And this is going to be brutal. Here we go. The Spore Crawlers now are thrown down. Oh, we do hold position. We protect the Spore. Let's go. Meanwhile, there is no Spore here at the natural. And Strange is going to split up his DTs. One for each base. One into the main as well. But the main should be kept safe and sound. And can Strange kill the natural? I don't think so. I think we're going to be able to bring that Spore Crawler down and save it. It's going to be close. Yeah, the Spore Crawler is on the way. And Trifax will hold on to that natural. This could have been so much worse. But Trifax only loses 4 workers. 4 drones. Again, really clean control here. Just hold position, protecting that Spore when he did. And getting 2 Spores in the main. Really well done here by Trifax. Back at home, Strange, he's just saturating his third, working on his transition. Lings, they come in for a surround. The shield battery is not done. Ooh, and we are going to target down some of these workers. We get a Zealot, we get a Stalker. Not too much else as there is a defensive DT. Strange will hold. But we have a game. We do have a game on our hands. As I say that, oh, another DT waddles into the natural base. 4 more workers go down. Ay. As Strange is going to be heading towards Blink. We have Blink on the way, +1. We have a Robotic Spay alongside a second Robo as well. So we're getting ready for either double Colossus or double Disruptor production. Strange is going to be solidifying himself back at home. Okay. We're just getting updated as well. The admins of WTL letting us know that if it's a 4-0, then the teams, they can play the last game if they want. It's up to the teams. Up to the teams. Otherwise, it isn't necessary. So, yeah, we do have confirmation that that Mystery Gaming will win the series, but we still get to cast Trifax versus Strange. I'm all for it. Let's go. I'm always for casting more StarCraft. So again, apologies if I was distracted a little bit earlier, but I was just trying to get confirmation as to what was happening with the ruling. But for now, Strange is just solidifying himself on 4 bases. We are making those 2 Colossi at a time, as we mentioned earlier. So again, he's really just kind of fortifying himself and building up a death ball of an army. He's not being too active on the map. Just because of his DT opener, he didn't really get the damage he was looking for, so he can't really be active. He, like, Blink is delayed, no oracles to support, he's stuck at home, and he's giving Trifax a lot of breathing room. And the question becomes, what is Trifax doing with that room? He's joining up to 71, that's around just over a 3-way saturation, and he is looking to max out on roaches. Trifax is making nothing but roaches right now. +1 range is about to kick in. Roach speed is done. The army is spotted here. Strange is aware of what's happening. Oh, once again, good hold position here on that DT. Up. Oh my god. As we are getting a massive lag spike. Not too sure what is happening. I don't know. Okay, we're good. We are not good. Yeah, we may have to back off here. OBS is fine, but my connection to BattleNet is dying right now. But okay, here we go. We do have the armies going to be engaging. The 4th base is going to be canceled. Is going to be denied. If there is any latency on the player's side, I'm sure they will pause and let us know. For now, it seems to just be on my end. But everything is stabilizing. Thank God. Thank God. I was really concerned there for a moment. But yeah, Trifax is just looking to max out here on Lingbane. Roach Ravager is looking to move out. Meanwhile, Strange has 3 Colossi. Now he's feeling confident enough to move out on the map as well. Trifax setting up a surround. Coming in from behind. Vials will be connecting Banelings. They do roll in, looking to connect with those Colossi. Looks like one Colossus is going to go down, but can we get the others? Trifax trying to chase this down. Is going to get on top of some of these Stalkers. But we have reinforcements coming in. We have a shield battery, a cannon, an overcharge. Well, soon to be an overcharge. And Strange holds. Despite being down in supply. Despite being caught on the map. He does hold on, and he's, again, building up his forces. Immortals, Colossus on the way, more Stalkers as well. We are lacking Archons. Archons would be amazing against the Lingbane. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we do not have a Templar Archives. So, no Archons are available. Meanwhile, Trifax is going to be joining up to 80. Working on a Hive at this point. With that Hive, he's going to gain access to Vipers, and that will help deal with these high-tech units like Colossus, Disruptors, even Skytoss units as well. As Trifax is getting ready. Just, yeah, focusing on nothing but Ling production at the moment. So looking for another attack here at the 4th. Also making sure that no 5th base is being taken. Slowing things down. But as the game goes on, this is getting better and better for Strange. Again, taking a very defensive position here at his 4th. Trifax is going to be bypassing that position entirely here, rotating over towards the right-hand side instead. I do like this. Potentially looking to bust into the natural. But it looks like the rotation has been spotted. Strange also moving towards his 3rd. Yeah, the army has been revealed. Strange, fully aware of what's going on, is moving in with his Colossus. Oh, the force fields! Oh my god! The force fields are insane! The Banelings do not find any connections. And Strange is forcing Trifax back. Now he's running out of energy. He has a couple of force fields left, but not too many. Colossus are getting a lot of hits in. Oh, that is not me. Ah, that is another caster. Mousy, no. I was worried that it was me lagging earlier, but yeah. Shout out to Mousy. I believe he's a CSO caster, and I believe he's casting on his own channel, but having a little bit of latency issues. Hopefully it does clear up, and if we have another game, I mean, we will have another game. Mousy can join us. He will join us. Hopefully everything's okay though, like there's no power issues or the internet isn't down. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Mousy. We are casting a Polish player, so oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. Emil, that's it. I was trying to remember what the meme was. Emil, Papi Emil. Here we go, as the Bailings are rolling on in. Getting past the army, past those sentries. And they do not get into the mineral line. They do take down some of the stack defense, but alas, Strange is going to be able to clean this up. Or force this back, I should say. The Colossus stands strong. We have a 4th Colossus on the way. And without Bailings, Trifax cannot engage. Here we go, Strange just continuing to push on forward. He has a lot of momentum going his way. He just shut down the army. We have 26 Banelings in production here for Trifax. He's going to try to collapse on this position. Does he have enough? He has that 1 token Swarm Host. The Swarm Host is coming in. The Banelings also coming from behind. A decent surround. Trifax, the Banelings will connect with the Colossi, and it looks like Trifax will barely clean this up. Forces the recall, but every unit goes down, and Strange plummets in supply. At the same time, though, he was going for his Zealot run by, and oh my god, he's getting a lot of worker kills. 17, 18. 18 drones go down. The economy of Trifax is crippled. Strange, he's looking good, he's looking strong. His economy is looking strong. Not so much his army. Again, the Colossus count was reset. The Stalkers went down. Strange has a lot of catching up to do, a lot of rebuilding. And Trifax, hey, he can still max out. He had a bank. He does spend it. Yo, that 1 Swarm Host survived. The 1 Swarm Host did survive. We have Vipers on the way to help deal with those Colossi. Here we go, Trifax trying to push on forward here. Does end up being swatted away by that 1 Colossus and a handful of Immortals. Now we do have Archons in the mix. Do you have that Temple Archives? Oh, actually, sorry, I think those were DTs. True. I think those are DTs morphed into Archons. Oh, the 1 Swarm Host is on a mission. Let's go. Is it? Wait, are we? No, is he just sending it out to die? Trifax, no. How could you? He just wanted to help. The Swarm Host. Ah, it does get into the main. Oh my god. It does get all the way into the main base. Alas, will go down. F's in the chat for the Swarm Host. It was beautiful. Feels bad, man. But here we go, Trifax. He is now remaxed here with his Vipers. Looking to surround this army once again. Does get a yoink off on the Colossus. There's only 1 Colossus. Sorry, there's 2 Colossus left. Oh, and Disruptors now. Strange has been able to stabilize more or less. Viper gets sniped. Nova goes off, takes down a good chunk of those Ravagers. Another Colossus goes down. The Banelings are rolling on in. They do not get into the mineral line. And Strange is holding. He is defending, this time with a much more robust army. Takes down the Roaches, the Banelings, the Ravagers. Only 1 Viper was able to make it out. And this is becoming a bit too much. Now, what's concerning is that Trifax, after he lost all those drones earlier, he didn't redrone. As a result, he has a pretty low economy. He's only on 67 workers. That's a 3-base economy. That is not enough to remax. That is why Trifax is kind of struggling right now, and Strange is up a base. He's up a base. Here we go. We have Trifax coming in from behind once again, but Novas are going to be connecting. He is getting some of the Colossus. Colossi is going to go down. The Spine Crawlers are putting in a lot of work as well. Trifax doing what he can, but alas, at the same time, another Zealot run by is going to be distracting him. Another Nova barely goes off. And Strange is breaking Trifax. He's gonna lose an Archon and a, oh my god, and a Disruptor. Zealots are also being cleaned up. It looks like Trifax is holding on. But again, his economy is really hurting. He's barely trying to take a 6th base. trying to get his economy rolling. The aggression is not stopping. Strange is taking another base behind this. I feel like Strange just need... You know what? If Strange threw down a Stargate and started working on carriers, I do think he would defend what he has, but for now he's just committed here to a more robo-based army. More ground toss army. And props to Trifax, he's been holding on for dear life. Still has that one Viper left. Forces a cancel on this base on the right hand side. Strange being spread a little bit too thin. Doesn't have the supply to defend both areas at once. Now, oh my god, we have another... No, we know what happens to you. No, we have another token swarm host. Don't do it. Take care of him, Papi. Don't send him out. But because Trifax is being given so much time, he's getting another base up and running. He still hasn't droned, but he has like some efficient mining going on. He's remaxing once again. Trifax is still in this. And Strange knows that he's just backing off, maxing out, attempting to max out. Here we go, Trifax coming in from multiple angles. Shield battery does go down. These Colossi are looking a little bit exposed to melees. They crash into the mineral line. 19 workers go down. The Swarm Host comes in. The Locust Wave gets cleaned up. But these Colossus, again, they're looking very exposed. The Roaches are getting on top of them. One Colossus barely does not go down. But here comes that yoink. Lings are coming in to reinforce. And Trifax is finally cleaning up this army, finally crippling the economy. He takes down the Nexus, he gets into the third base. At the same time, we have another army from Strange across the map, actually doing a lot of damage, taking down another hatchery. Catching these reinforcements, pushing into the natural. But are there too many reinforcements? It looks like there are. It looks like Strange does not have enough. He does kill 31 drones. Oh my god, he does take down the base on the right-hand side as well. Trifax, he did so well across the map, but even if he cleans this up, his economy has been crippled. These two Immortals putting in a lot of work. It's barely too much. The Colossus survived, the army gets consolidated, and GG gets called. Strange takes game 1 against Trifax. GG. Oh my god. GG. Well played. A very chaotic, a very back and forth game. There were moments for both players. I do think that Trifax was actually achieving so much with his attacks, with his pushes, with his engagements. It was the economy of Trifax that was failing him a little bit there. Oof. And we just ended up in a weird, almost pseudo base trade scenario. And in the end, Strange did come out on top. GG. GG, well played. And with that, we are going to be getting ready for our next game. I believe we're getting ready for our next game. In this series. Just making sure everything is okay with our other caster, our lovely CSO caster, Mousy. As this does mean it is going to be the pick here for Trifax. It's going to be his map pick. Just making sure that we don't get left out and we have everyone. We have everyone together. Meanwhile, do we have any other updates at the moment? So let me just double check here as we switch our scenes over. Again, exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourselves. There we go, as this is the qualifier bracket, and a lot of matches have been going on. We do have from the top, the Freaks did take down their opponents 4-0, advancing on to the next round, where they're going to be facing off tomorrow, I believe, tomorrow. No, sorry, in 30 minutes. They're going up against Bing Bong Esports. Who are they? Again, there are a bunch of new clans that have been brought together. This is looking like a Holden is here. Some Berserker Esports players are here. It's just it's an amalgamation of everyone. Oh my god, it's just okay. We have Holden, we have Akedon, Universe, Azura. Interesting. Okay, best of luck to them as they're going to be going up against the Freaks. Meanwhile, as we scroll down a little bit further here, we have Coda versus 3D Clan. Just getting underway. Yo, shout out to Astra, the cat boy, the cat girl, sorry. Is going to be facing off against Restart. I'm not too familiar with Coda, but wish all the teams the best of luck. Scrolling down a little bit further, we have Maturino Esports up against Team So Far Away, which is a pretty big team with some pretty big name Chinese players, but Maturino Esports, they're going to be one of the favorites to make it all the way through. Meanwhile, we have Code A Travelers up against Team Gosu. This is a very tempting series. Oh, sorry, I should be scrolling up a little bit, and I should be... Hold on, I need to fix these filters. It's a little bit better. There we go. There we go. So Team Gosu versus Code A Traveler is very tempting, very tempting. We have Miyamika versus Gogojoy potential for that series, but we did of course pick our own route to take here, as we are following Mystery Gaming versus CSO Blacer into the Platinum Vultures. That is where we are headed, and here we go. Spawning in the top right hand corner of Altitude, we have the Polish Zerg player representing normally CSO Esports, but now representing a CSO Blacer Titans. It is Trifax. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss player representing Mystery Gaming. It is Strange. And again, Mystery Gaming is one of the other teams out there that is favored to make it all the way into the main event. Oh boy. So we'll see if anyone can stop them, as they've already had a pretty incredible performance so far against CSO Blacer. CSO Blacer, they're another pretty big team with big names like Trifax and Krystianer and Milky Cow. But again, it was unfortunate that... I mean, it's unfortunate for any team to go up against Mystery Gaming, just because they have so many big names and so many big players. But here we go. We're getting into the final game here of this series. And so far, Trifax is going for a hatch gas pool opener. Something a little bit more standard. I mean, we saw that last time. Freak it up, let's go. But yeah. For the time being, though, we do see Trifax going for a standard opener, just like the previous game. Likewise, Strange going for a gate expand as well. Or gate cyber expand, so a very economic opener out of our Protoss player. Nothing too crazy. And once again, we have another large map. It makes sense. This was Trifax's map pick, and to go for a map that gives you a little bit more breathing room, a little bit more macro-oriented, and of course a map that allows you to have these incredible engagements in the center, does make plenty of sense for Trifax. And we'll see how Strange will approach this. Something that was really interesting was that we saw something that was really interesting was that we saw that Strange was really not willing to transition to Skytoss. He was just stuck on Colossus, Immortals, Archons for a very long time, despite the fact that he could have tried to slow the game down. I think that's probably just like a stylistic thing. I think maybe Strange is not too fond of how slow Skytoss can be. I'm making some assumptions there though, so we'll see if like those assumptions lead to anything, or if he does decide to go for a different approach here on altitude. For now, Stargate opener, and that is a Void Ray first. Okay. Interesting. So we have a Stalker here on the low ground as well, which is going to shoo away the Overlord and is going to hide the Stargate opener. Eventually, the jig will be up and the Void Ray will reveal itself. But for now, Trifax is in the dark. Meanwhile, an Adept does shade into the main base, does get one drone. Gets a second drone as well. Oh my god, is he going to get a third? Okay. 2 workers for 1 Adept is some pretty good damage. Across the map, it's going to be a single Void Ray into an Oracle, so nothing too crazy, and the Void Ray is soon to reveal itself against this, to this Overlord. And then Trifax will be getting ready with his Spores and with his Queens. Now, for all Trifax knows, there could be a second Stargate and mass Void Ray upon him. We can see, though, that it's going to be an Oracle, and we get a Robo first. Very interesting. So we're going to be delaying the Forge, and we're going to be delaying the Twilight Council. So we have delayed upgrades in favor of a Forge. In favor of Robo. This could be for fast Colossus and fast Disruptors. That's kind of where I'm leaning right now, but we'll see. Like, it's really unorthodox to prioritize the Robo like this without any other tech structure. So this could be fast Colossus, this could be fast Disruptors. Void Ray hunting down another Overlord. Oracle dives into the main. But is it going to be forced back? I'm catching up in the chat. Oh, that is his signature unit. Oh, there you go. But, yeah, okay, so we're not rushing into Colossi. We're going for a fast Immortal. This is looking almost like a 2-base all-in. I'm curious if Strange does intend to saturate this 3rd base, because we have additional gateways on the way. We already have some sentries as well. Adepts shade across the map. They get a couple of workers. The Oracles are going ham. Getting 6 drones here at the 3rd. And we have more sentries on the way. So this looks like an old school kind of parting-esque Soul Train all-in from Strange. Fast Immortals, sentries. No blink, no charge. No Twilight Council upgrades. 9 drones go down. We do lose one of the Oracles. But again, Strange. He does send a couple of probes here to the 3rd base, but I don't think he's going to make any more. We'll see. He's making 1 worker right now. But he's got 4 more gates on the way. Yeah, we have that Prism as well, and Strange is going to be moving out. You can see that Strange is falling far behind in the economy. He only has 49 workers compared to the 70 of Trifax. Trifax has been very greedy, droning up quite a lot. But here we go. Here comes the push. Again, this is really unorthodox. It's unorthodox because Strange is still making workers, and he only has 1 Immortal. I feel like typically you have at least 2 Immortals with this push, so this is really a really wonky move out here from Strange, but we'll see if it does catch Trifax off guard. As Trifax does not have an army. He has been heavily droning. He has 5 roaches and a handful of lings. This hatchery is going to go down. Trifax being punished for his greed a little bit, as he is heavily oversaturated. Well, I say heavily. He's oversaturated at his 3rd. Queens are being called out as well. And now Strange is transitioning. He has a Forge and a Twilight Council on the way. He is working on that next step. He is indeed saturating slowly that 3rd base. And Strange, he can keep on pushing. He's running into a wave of Lings, but the choke point, oh my god. The Lings are getting annihilated. There is no way out. Force fields are looking good. We do have a couple of Ravager piles that will be breaking those force fields, but Strange is still trading very efficiently. From here, he could rotate around, and yeah, he's going to be heading towards the fresh 4th base of Trifax. Creep is being denied. Strange has to be careful not to overextend. Does have to respect the army of Trifax. Up. And yeah, Trifax is doing well holding here. He also saved the majority of his workers, but there is no Spore at the 3rd. Trifax being punished here for cutting some corners. 5 workers go down. So Trifax doesn't have the economic lead that he once had. Meanwhile, Strange is taking a 4th. He's working on Blink, +1. He comes back home and, my god, he has a terrifying army. Meanwhile, Trifax has some catching up to do. Like, sure, he had a really good worker count earlier, but he hasn't really been able to do too much with it. He's got Roach speed, he's about to have Veiling speed, +2. There's no Infestation Pit, there's no Hive, there's no Vipers. Trifax, he's staying on a Lair Tech army of Lingbane, Roach Ravager. The cat one again. Let's go. Oh. As Strange is pushing on forward. And Strange, he's about to be surrounded. Bailing speed is still 10 seconds away. Good force fields here, cutting off some of the army. Once again, force fields behind the army. Oh my god! The Bailings, they just can't find their way in. Finally, they do. They get some decent connections on the sentries. Stalkers are being warped in. Does Strange have it up? It looks like he does not. The surround was just a little bit too good. Trifax, he swallows up the army. Takes down the Immortals, the sentries, and the majority of the Stalkers. Only 4 Stalkers will survive. Trifax, he's hurting the economy. He's down in workers, but he is up in army. That's where it counts. What does Strange have left? As Trifax is going for a massive counterattack. We have a shield battery, we have an overcharge. Overcharge is popped. And Trifax is going to respect it. He backs off. He understands the power of the overcharge. Is going to be consolidating his forces behind this. We have an infestation pit for Hive. Banelings are on the way. We can see Trifax just rotating over towards that 3rd base. Overcharge will not be available this time. And that's a lot of Banelings. Can a Strange keep his mineral line alive? So here we go. The Banelings are going to be rolling on in. Yeah, just clashing with the Stalkers. At the same time, Lings bust into the mineral line as well. Probes are falling. And Strange just does not have enough. The mineral line is going to go down. At the same time, he does go for a big warping across the map. Even if he kills the base, even if he kills all these workers, it pales in comparison as to what Strange just lost. As Trifax, he just turns around. He's coming back home, and he may lose a base. May lose this hatchery, but again, he can afford to lose it. He's still up in supply. Strange going to be threatening a drop into the main. But Trifax is just going to be rotating over towards the 4th base. Very little to defend. And this time the Lings are in position. This time the Zealot Rabbi will not get out of control. Overcharge is going to buy time. Trifax has to back off. He has to respect it. As we do have the 1 token. Let's go. The 1 token Stormhost is on the way. You love to see it. Disruptor is out. We're looking for a Juicy Nova. We do take down a lot of those Banelings. A good connection for Strange, but he's still up against the wall. Banelings are rolling on in. And Strange will have to give up this base, will have to give up this game. GG gets called, and Trifax puts a point on the board for his team. GG. GG, well played. CSO Blacer may not have taken the series, but at least they make Mystery Gaming work for it a little bit here, as Trifax does redeem himself and does take a game against Strange. GG. GG, as in the end, Mystery Gaming, they still take the series overall. As you can see just under there, you can see the scores. And Mystery Gaming will be advancing on to face off against the Platinum Vultures. Oh boy. As we do check out that bracket, and we have a look to see if there are any updates as well. There it is. So we still have to wait for the lineup of Platinum Heroes, sorry, of the Platinum Vultures versus Mystery Gaming. Still not fully aware of what server we're going to start on, so we're going to be waiting on the lineups there. Meanwhile, we do have some other results coming in. It looks like Team Roddy just barely took down the Hokkaido T team. That went all the way to the ace match. Cuckoo went 1-1, Hydro went 1-1, Special went 1-1. Oh my god, Special dropped the map? Crazy. Very well done to Hokkaido T team. Hokkaido, that's it. To the T team, really impressive. I did not expect them to go the distance here. Well done. Any other updates? It looks like Team Gosu versus Kode are still ongoing. Matcherino Esports, they did all kill Team So Far Away. 6-0. And yeah, I guess we are going to be going on a short break. We're going to be going on a short break here to try to figure out what's going on. Also, oh, my apologies, I should fix this. This is not the SummerSlam. I didn't think I would use this scene. There we go, WTL. So we are going to be going on a short break. We're going to be taking a moment here to get some water, to allow the players, allow the teams to get their rosters set up. And we will be coming up next here with Mystery Gaming versus the Platinum Vultures. It's going to be a spicy one. See you guys soon. See you soon.